But if I
But
got
you
some-
will cheat. You will cheat.
Hey, look, everybody keep saying I'm cheating for no reason.
Good. Nice composure, good. Two underneath when he leans on you. Don't give him time. That's it.
Terence Crawford recently stopped by Anthony Joshua's training camp ahead of the upcoming Jake Paul fight, and it immediately caught the attention of the boxing community. Crawford observed Joshua's workouts up close, carefully studying how the sessions were run. Their interaction shows just how seriously Joshua is taking this matchup, surrounding himself with top-level fighters and sharp minds to raise his level. Having a pound-for-pound great in camp brings extra intensity, discipline, and focus as fight night gets closer.
Good. Good. Nice composure, good. Two underneath when he leans on you. Don't give him time. That's it.
Anthony Joshua has always been the type of fighter who seeks out new knowledge wherever he can find it. He listens closely to advice from every boxer he crosses paths with and takes time to understand different styles. Joshua enjoys learning how others think inside the ring and applies those lessons to improve his own game. This open-minded approach allows him to evolve with every camp and continue becoming a more complete fighter.
I've always heard that saying, a happy fighter is a good fighter. And each individual, you know, uses different things and finds out different ways to keep them occupied and keep them happy. And for me, it was just like...
Strong communication inside the camp plays a key role in Joshua's preparation. He puts his body through demanding training sessions meant to build toughness and sharpen his reflexes. Ice baths are used regularly to manage inflammation and speed up recovery, allowing him to return to training at full capacity. Once recovered, he jumps back into intense drills that push his power, speed, and mental sharpness. Every step of this routine reflects his dedication to preparing at the highest possible standard. Combat sports analyst Wade Plemons offers a very direct opinion on how Anthony Joshua should approach the Jake Paul fight. In his view, this is not about where Joshua should take his time or try to entertain the crowd. Wade believes Joshua needs to act decisively and finish the job without allowing the fight to drag on. His logic is straightforward: a heavyweight with Joshua's experience and reputation should not give Jake Paul extra minutes in the ring. Letting the fight go long would only invite criticism and unnecessary doubt. Wade argues that ending the contest early protects Joshua's image and status. With massive attention on this matchup from both hardcore fans and influencer boxing audiences, Joshua must make a statement from the opening bell. He holds the clear edge in size, power, and experience, and Wade insists the smartest move is to secure a fast and convincing finish.
It'll be, which I think could be a little bit of a feeling out first round for AJ too, then Jake wins to me. And I know that sounds like, oh, but it's true, bro. AJ shouldn't be going rounds with Jake. He just shouldn't. That's a two-time world champion. You know what I'm saying?
Olympic gold medalist,
gold medalist, two-time world champion. You shouldn't be going rounds with Jake. Jake hasn't fought anybody in, I mean, I don't know where they currently rank Tommy Fury, but he hasn't fought anybody in the top 50 in any weight division he's participated in. So if that guy's going 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds with you, cooked. But I think if you're putting money on it, I would say AJ round 3 maybe.
Yeah, I'd say
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Everybody's kind of jumping on the AJ round 2, AJ round 2, and I'm like, you know, Jake's tough. Could he use his feet for a little bit longer than people imagine? Is it going to be tougher for AJ to land on him early? Maybe, but I think at a certain point, you know, the cat corrals the mouse a little bit. But we'll see, dude. Who knows? Jake's got some good guys in camp. He brought in Lawrence Okoli, big Lawrence Okoli now too. You seen him?
They were. I remember being in Dubai like 3 year ago. Do you remember 3 years ago when we were? Commentated for Deji vs Merva. And funny enough, from that fight week, Jake Paul went and hung out and went shooting of AJ. Yeah. I think like laser tag of AJ. Yeah. 3 years ago on the same week.
Wild. That entire week now is like coming to full fruition. It was here in Dubai. It was Jake on commentary. First time I had met Jake. Talking shit to Tommy Fury. Lawrence Okoli was on commentary with me, and I was like, how are you a cruiserweight? Because at that time he was still a cruiserweight, and I was like, how the fuck are you a cruiserweight? You're massive. And sure enough, now he's like 265-pound heavyweight. He's way too big, by the way. But, yeah, he's got Lawrence in camp. He's got Jared Anderson in camp, what's supposed to have been our...
Anthony Joshua's camp for the Jake Paul fight looks noticeably different from his traditional setups. As a former unified heavyweight champion, Joshua is usually known for carefully planned camps, strict structure, and controlled sparring. This time, however, the approach has shifted. The workouts are more intense, the tempo is faster, and the adjustments in style show that Joshua is not underestimating Jake Paul in any way. Joshua revealing that his weight is around 110 kilograms, or roughly 243 pounds, sparked plenty of discussion. Throughout most of his career, he stayed within a familiar weight range that suited his boxing style. This time, it became clear that he had dropped close to 20 pounds in a relatively short period, raising concerns among analysts. Cutting that much weight later in a fighter's career is challenging. Now in his mid-30s, drastic weight loss can impact strength, recovery, hydration, and overall performance. The decision shows how seriously Joshua is taking this fight, but it also comes with risks. While being lighter could improve his speed and movement, it may also reduce some of the raw power and physical dominance that defined his career. Finding the right balance is crucial, especially against a lighter but energetic opponent. Joshua appears to be aiming for that middle ground, lighter on his feet, yet still strong enough to remain dangerous.
But fundamentally, you're still living life as normal. You're not restricting yourself that much. You know, if you're eating 2 pieces of chicken, maybe you just eat a piece. You see what I mean? You're not going to the extreme to try and actually dehydrate yourself or anything like that. It's very different than having to actually hit a specific weight, all right? And to do that in a relatively short space of time, because this fight's, you know, not that long has it been announced, and it's not that long until the fight. It's only 2 weeks away. Eddie Hearn was talking about AJ weighing 265 a couple of days ago, so you're thinking, okay, 20 pounds in 3 weeks, that's not ideal for someone who, again, is in their mid to late 30s, a year in activity, and crucially has never had to hit a specific weight throughout the course of his career. Never had to do it, all right? So it did have me kind of worrying a little bit and thinking, is this a miscalculation, accepting that? Because in terms of him fighting Jake Paul, he's gonna win. I mean, there's no ifs, but he's going to win this fight. It's pretty much a given, right? But it did have me wondering. Now, AJ, as I said, he took to his social media accounts to show that he's currently weighing 110.6 kg, which is around about 243 US pounds. So that's well under the weight limit. So a lot of people are saying, slam dunk, it's done. Well, I got a few questions on that, because you do have to ask these questions. You're talking about Anthony Joshua, who over the course of the last, 3 years has been solid in the 250s. Hasn't weighed sub 240 or sub 250 since he fought Usyk 3 years ago. And bear in mind, he would have went into camp fully intending to be mobile, speed. He would have spent 3, maybe 4 months working on, you know, what's an ideal weight for that, working on this, that, and the other. So it's not like, you know, a crash diet for the Usyk fight or anything like that. And AJ is someone who loves the resistance training. That seems to be the main thing that he does. And outside of camp, you know, he probably would have thought he was fighting Cassius Chaney, which is the name that a lot of people had in it.
Former super middleweight world champion Carl Froch, known for his brutally honest takes, shared his thoughts on why this fight with Jake Paul could make sense for Joshua. Froch believes Joshua is entering the later phase of his career, having already accomplished nearly everything possible: world titles, massive stadium events, and huge pay-per-view fights. From Froch's perspective, there aren't many major opportunities left that Joshua hasn't already experienced. Taking the Jake Paul fight, in his opinion, is not a bad move. It offers a massive payday and worldwide attention. Froch also mentions the potential of a future bout with Tyson Fury, which would still rank among the biggest fights boxing could offer. Beyond that, Froch feels Joshua may not have much left to prove. He doesn't criticize the decision, instead calling it a smart financial play at the right moment. With a legendary resume already secured, this fight becomes more about business and entertainment than adding to legacy.
He had a go, and for me, he's found his limit now, found his level, so now he needs to look at his health and look at what he's got after boxing. And if he can make 50 mil, whatever he's making, to fight fucking in a clown world against the clown show, do you know what I mean? Then take the money, man. take it and go and live your life. I can't see AJ fighting for a world title again. I don't know who he fights and who he would beat and how he would get that desire back to become a world champion. But Eddie Hearn's got to sell it and try and say AJ's going to be world champ again. 3-time world champ, but I'm not buying into that bullshit. I think AJ's had a great career. He's done massive things for professional boxing. Now he's at the end of his career and he's cashing out. And who can blame him? I'd do exactly the same at the end of my career. I'd fight fucking Jake Paul for mega money and then drop the mic and then go home. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not going to knock him for doing it.
As much as you say that his career is maybe done after this, he has obviously made the jump, left Ben Davison, gone to Usyk. Do you think that could maybe reignite a flame in AJ? Maybe change something that you might not believe is there at the moment?
No, he's too old. Too old. I've been 36, 37 years old, but I've never had 150 million quid in the bank. Do you know what I mean? And I think the combination of his age, the fact that he's been flattened a couple of times, and now he's making mega money. Why is he going to try and become a world champion again? He's got to train for 10 weeks and spar really hard sparring. And then he's got to get in the ring on fight night with 10-ounce gloves against somebody like Dubois, or he's not going to fight Usyk again. Maybe he sticks around and fights Tyson Fury, because that's another commercial mega fight, which is actually fighting somebody who's on the same level. Tyson Fury.
Johnny Nelson, the former cruiserweight world champion and respected Sky Sports analyst, presents a very different concern regarding this matchup. Rather than focusing on Joshua, Nelson looks at the potential danger facing Jake Paul. He openly worries about what could happen if Jake absorbs clean shots from a heavyweight of Joshua's size and power. Nelson acknowledges that Jake Paul has improved as a boxer, but stepping in with a former heavyweight champion is an entirely different challenge. Heavyweight power is unlike anything Jake has faced before. Nelson warns that one bad exchange could have serious consequences for Jake's health and long-term future in the sport.
For AJ, I'm stuck in betwixt and between, because nobody on this green earth would actually turn down 50, 60 million to fight Jake Paul. And people that don't like this will probably watch it because they want to see Jake Paul getting knocked out. So what's it say about AJ and what's it say about Jake Paul? I think I was thinking upside down. For AJ, I thought, Mama's cashing out. He's cashing out because he's going down this minute line. But I thought, in reality, is he? Realistically, he's thinking, you know what, this big mouth YouTuber stroke boxer has the cheek to call me out. I'd be pissed off at that, if I'm honest with you. I'd be upset if I was AJ, thinking, that's disrespect, man. You think you can deal with me? But he didn't. AJ was jovial and he commended Jake Paul's business acumen, saying, we've sat down, the deal's been done. But still, it just leaves an odd taste in your mouth. So as long as AJ gets the job done, and I mean gets the job done, shows his world-class pedigree and wipes this boy out, then everybody's happy. But how does it enhance his career? The only way it enhances his career is financially, that's it. No other way. There's no props from beating Jake Paul, apart from saying, thank God you shut him up. For Jake Paul now, I got to give this boy props, because he now has our attention and the whole world is talking about Jake Paul.
I want to say a big thanks to our sponsors, Bet Goodwin, for supporting that boxing show. Now, if you're interested in having a little flutter, or as I call it after my dad, Benji's Bets, Bet Goodwin's the place to be. Check out Bet Goodwin using the QR code on the screen.
I'm probably all right. I'm probably 90% thinking the fight's going to happen. But I'm struggling. I'm thinking, this boy can't be so stupid. But then you hear a whisper. You hear a whisper that Jake Paul himself might be cashing out. Because the big purses that he's pulling, fighting these has-beens or ex-fighters, they're dropping slowly but surely. So maybe, just maybe, this might be his last fight. Getting in there with Anthony Joshua and getting knocked out. But there's always that conspiracy theory. Are there some contract agreements that can and cannot be done, which will never see the light of day that we don't know about? Well, if you're an ex-fighter and if you like the fight game, you'll see fake. You'll know fake when you see it. So if there's any of that fakery going on with this, pulling a shot, taking it easy, giving man a bit of a breather, especially coming from AJ.
That's all for today's video. Make sure to stay tuned. Until next time.